Hello, 6th grade. This is the class for Thursday, September 10th. I'm going to walk you through exactly what we're going to do during our Zoom class. All right, the first thing you're going to do is go to your science class in Zoom. So I'm going to choose Block 1 Science, but you just choose whichever science class you have. We're in Unit 1, the Scientific Method, and you're going to choose today, Thursday, September 10th. It's the green folder right here. The step 1 is to get the notes ready. These notes it's an electronic form that you can make edits to. So you can type right into this electronic note sheet. If you prefer to write, you can leave this blank, but just copy the form onto a blank sheet of paper if you prefer. Just cut it in half, like do a little T-chart. Write observation on the left side, inferences on the right side. And you just copy this down on a piece of paper. As we go through the lesson, you're going to be editing this, okay? So, let us go to today's presentation. We are going to be talking about observation and inferences. We're going to be filling out the note sheet and doing some practice. And then there's a check for understanding that you're going to complete at the end of class. This is the note sheet. Like I said, you're going to be typing in this, or you're going to be writing your own, whichever you prefer. All right, so we're going to start with observations. By the end of this class, you will be able to make inferences from what you observe, and you'll be able to tell me the difference between observations and inferences. Okay, right here, what is an observation? Let's start writing right here. An observation is gathering information using your 5 senses. Your 5 senses are vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. You can write that down if you want, or you don't have to. You can just write at least what's in green right here on your note sheet. Observe 3 things around you. So for example, I observe that I see lots of papers on my desk. You can't see it, but I see it. I hear the air conditioning around me. The air conditioning is on. And I smell my coffee because I have my coffee cup right here. I want you to make one observation about the room around you and write it right here. All right, there are 2 types of observations, quantitative and qualitative. We are right here in the note sheet. If at any point you have to pause this video, go ahead and pause so you can write it, okay? So the first type is quantitative observation. The word quantitative contains a word that sounds like quantity. And quantity, if I want to know the quantity of something, I want to know how much. So quantitative observations, it's a measurement. We're answering the question how much or how tall. Quantitative observations are any time we use numbers to describe something. Here are some examples. If we count the number of petals a flower has, that's quantitative. If I say my cat is 25 centimeters tall, I measured using numbers. That's quantitative. If I say today it's 80 degrees in Charlottesville, I'm using a measurement to describe what the temperature is, quantitative. So again, we're writing this here. Next, we're going to move on to qualitative observations. Qualitative observations use adjectives to describe something. You can either write it or draw it. So sometimes when we do labs, I'll ask you to describe what you're seeing, describe what you smell, draw a picture of the color that this turned. So it's anything that uses adjectives, you're describing it, and there's no numbers involved. So for example, this flower has pink petals, the cat's eyes are green, it is hotter than yesterday in Charlottesville. So if you say it's 80 degrees, the precise temperature, that's quantitative. But if you say it's hotter today than yesterday, that's qualitative. You're describing the temperature by comparing it to another day. All right, let's play a game. Tell me if it's qualitative or quantitative. The coffee has a strong bitter taste. Is that qualitative or quantitative observation? That is a qualitative observation. We're describing what it tastes like. The road is 5 kilometers long. Quantitative or qualitative? This one is quantitative. There are numbers. The candy tastes sour and made my lips pucker. Is that quantitative or qualitative? This one is qualitative. We're describing how it made us feel without using numbers. And the cat likes to cuddle in the morning. Is that qualitative or quantitative? That is qualitative. I'm describing the actions of my cat. All right, so by now on your note sheet, and remember, we're either typing it or writing it, this is what you should have written, something like this. And you could have your own examples here, okay? So something here. This is what you should write. Pause the video if you need to add anything to your notes. We are now moving on to inferences. So we're going to take our observations and make some predictions. So here we go. What is an inference? Let's start writing right here. What is an inference? An inference is an explanation for an observation you have made. And we're not just throwing out an explanation and taking a wild guess. We're using our prior knowledge and past experiences. So here's an example. You are going to write this example right here. Describe the example I'm about to show you. The grass on the school's front lawn is wet. That's my observation. That's all I know. I can make some inferences. If I saw the lawn is wet, here's what I can infer based on my past experiences. Maybe it rained, maybe the sprinkler was on, or maybe there was dew. If it was in the morning, maybe it was dew. So I know all these because of my past experiences. Let's try another example. What do you observe? I observe 2 footprints. They look like, well, I don't know if they're footprints. I see 2 different shapes, 2 different colors. They look like they are coming closer together. So I can infer, I've seen footprints before, and these look like footprints. So I can infer these are footprints. They're moving close together. Maybe it's 2 animals moving close together. I can infer, because these shapes are smaller than these. Usually bigger animals have bigger footprints. So I can infer that this is a bigger animal. Okay, what about this? What are observations? What can you infer? I observe the 2 footprints, or the 2 shapes are getting closer. They're even more close. They're coming, these tracks, they're coming from 2 different directions, and then they kind of get all jumbled up. I can infer that maybe these 2 animals are dancing together or playing together or fighting each other. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but those are the inferences I can make. Here's the last panel. What do you observe? I observe the green shape, and they're pointing downwards. I can infer that maybe the animal with the red tracks is riding on the back of the animal with the green tracks. Or maybe the animal with the green tracks is walking away and the animal with the red tracks flew away. Maybe it's a bird. Or maybe the animal with the green tracks ate the animal with the red tracks. Again, I don't know, but that's what I can infer. Let's play another game. Observation or inference. I'm going to show you this picture. You're going to tell me if this statement is an observation or an inference. The alligator is to the left of the door. Observation or inference. This is an observation. I'm observing it with my eyeballs. It must be spring because the flowers have bloomed. Is that an observation or an inference? That is an inference. I don't know what season it is. I can see that there are flowers, and I know that usually a lot of flowers bloom in the springtime, but I'm not sure. That's an inference. This is where the alligator lives. Is that an observation or is that an inference? This is an inference. I don't know. I know he's near the house, but I don't know if he lives there. All right, here's your next task. For the rest of our Schoology session this Thursday, September 10th, you are going to click Step 2, Observation and Inference, Check for Understanding. You are then going to press Submit, and you're done for the day. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing on Friday, because it's an asynchronous day. We're not going to be meeting in our Zooms. You can find the information for Friday's class on Schoology. It's in the purple folder under Unit 1, Where Do Viruses Come From? You're going to do 2 things. The first thing you're going to do, Step 1, you are going to click on this link, and then you are going to, it's going to take you to a web page, and you're going to listen to a podcast all about viruses. It's really interesting. I think you guys are going to like it. After you're done listening, you are going to fill out this Google form. This probably will be your first grade in science class, so make sure you're taking your time, you're checking your work, and you're answering in complete sentences. Don't just give me one-word responses. I want nice, complete sentences so I know what you're thinking. All right, on Friday, we don't have Zoom classes, but your teachers are still available to help you. All you have to do is click on the Zoom button in each Schoology class. Teachers have what are called office hours, where we'll be near our computer ready to answer your questions. So if you're in block 1, You can meet with me between 1 and 1:45. If you're in block 2, 1:45 to 2:30, or if you're in block 4, you can meet with me anytime between 3:05 and 4:30. I will be on the Zoom. It's totally optional. This is a time for you to ask questions or check your work with me or just check in. So you don't have to come. It's totally optional. That's a time for you to check in with me. All right, email me if you have any questions. I will see you later. Bye.